Right, we are. Hold on. Yep, keep it going. We have a surprise for you. All right. And we begin the show. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to get this off the screen somehow. Welcome, welcome. We're here. We're live.
Thank you for being patient.
That wasn't too much.
Wow.
7 minutes exactly. I think we did way worse last time.
That's probably within a proper margin of error.
I think we're like 30, 33 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
Hi, hey. How are you doing?
Hi, I love you, Ryan. How you doing?
I love you too. I want to try out our new system. I want to point out that we've been called laggers by Kelly R. And she is absolutely correct. We are indeed laggers. And that's our system. If you have icons, you have comments, I'm going to post those up on the screen. Hey, everybody.
Laggers.
This is the LeafCast, and we are doing our first-time reader chat. This is a segment where we talk to a first-time reader and get their perspective on the chapters. And we have our friend Todd with us. Dan, we'd like to introduce our first-time reader.
Yeah, I was going to have some intrigue into who it is, but everyone knows who it is. I mean, who am I trying to fool, right? All right, so everyone who's ever seen us knows that we have a cool friend who comes on with us. He's known Ryan for a long time. He's in a band. It's called It Looks Like a Black Hole. All one word, all lowercase letters. He's here reading along with us. We're here to get his perspective. So everyone at home, quietly applaud for our first-time reader named Todd. Hey.
Oh,
Todd.
I think we lost Todd. This might be bad timing. We got no sound.
That's okay. Well, we'll just wave to him. Hey, buddy. Hey.
So sorry, man.
I can hear you, buddy.
This program, just like, hey, sorry. I got delayed there for a second. Should we start over?
No, we'll just go. Can you hear us now?
Well, I don't know. This program just totally popped up and like blocked everything and just made everything freeze.
Oh, goodness.
Weird. Sorry about that.
Oh, my. I blame the Russians.
Always.
All right, we got Tree X is saying hi, and we got
hello, Tree X.
People are happy. Look at all the clapping. This is virtual clapping. This is how it works online. They're not slapping us. They're clapping. Woo! All right. Wow.
All right, so you can hear us now. We're all good. We're all perfect. That program you kicked to the curb.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, let's talk some real time. Well, first of all, Ryan, I thought you wanted to talk about something else. I think I jumped the gun there, buddy.
Yeah. What was going on?
Well, no, so I was just thinking about, I think we have some people who might be coming later. So I thought maybe we could try a game of 2 truths and a lie. I'm going to give you guys 3 statements. 2 of them are going to be true. 1 of them are going to be false. And then you guys are going to have to guess which one is false. I think this might actually be just more for Todd because I think Brother Dan's got me dialed.
Yeah.
Man, I'm on the line here. Okay. Yeah. Shoot.
All right, do it, Todd. I got money on you. I got $20 on you.
Okay.
We did that.
One statement is that I am a 7th degree blue belt in karate. Statement number 2, I do not like Russian authors. Statement number 3 is I have broken my nose 3 times. Which of those is a true statement?
I would say.
Or wait, maybe we should let's wait 1 second, see if the chat has something to say, and see if they want to play along. Chat, what do you guys think? Which of those statements is a lie? Call me a liar, please.
I have an idea of which one, but we'll let the viewers.
The viewers. I think our viewers. There's either incredible lag or our viewers all left. All right, Todd, what do you think?
What is a lie?
Which one is a lie?
I have a hard time believing that you hate any writer. So that you hate Russian writers.
All right, that was pretty great. Okay, that was yes, you're right. That is a lie. In fact, they are one of my favorite. All right.
I figured. I mean, who doesn't like Dostoevsky?
Could you come up with 3 statements right now on the spot? Challenge us.
3 statements.
Mm-hmm.
About the book.
No, about your life.
Oh, about my life.
Yeah, this is the get to know us section.
All right. So which one is a lie? Yeah. I dabble with playing bass, the bass guitar. I play electronic drum kit. And I once infiltrated a Russian bot farm somewhere in Siberia and took it down.
Well, okay, so you dabbled in bass. Is that the genre bass music, or are we talking
bass guitar?
Okay, no, upright.
Just electric bass.
Okay,
guitar.
so you've dabbled in electric guitar.
Yeah.
You've played the electric drum set.
Yeah.
And you're a Russian bot spy. Go again.
Oh no, I infiltrated a Russian bot farm in Siberia.
A bot farm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. From your computer, correct?
Yeah, all virtual.
Okay, I think I think that's actually plausible knowing you. So I think it's a bass guitar. I know you play drums. I think that's my guess. All right, let me take this off. I'm sorry, I forgot I need to take the chats off. I got Brother Dan popping back in. We're bringing Todd out, bringing Todd back in. Here we go. We are back.
Hello.
Oh man. You know, if my microwave worked as well as my internet, I would have thrown that thing away so fast. Oh gosh. Internet is it teaches us patience. It teaches us that not everything is going to be perfect in life, and sometimes you're going to be inconvenienced. And the internet for me is a challenge. Gosh.
Yeah. We hear you, buddy.
All right. Anyways, I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, let's get into the show. Let's get into the books.
Let's do this.
These are some incredible chapters, for sure. So much going on.
Mm-hmm.
So much, man. Where should we begin?
Well, let's just jump right in.
Chapter 8, of course.
Yeah. Chapter 8, we got a place of safety, and it's Rand getting to the inn with Moraine and Lan to heal Tam, to kind of address that. What are your thoughts?
I'm really excited about that. It's Tam. I'm just so worried about him. I don't want Robert Jordan to kill him off. It's like, please. And this just makes me a lot hopeful, and a lot more hopeful. So I'm super stoked. And it turns out that she does pull out some of her Aes Sedai powers.
Right.
Angreal.
Oh yeah. So what are your thoughts of the Angreal?
I'm super stoked on those. I love any ancient relic. In a story.
And this one's from the Age of Legends.
Age of Legends, yes.
Do you have any idea what that is?
Yeah, this is, I guess, before I looked it up in the glossary.
Glossary's fair games.
Fair games. And so this is before, I guess, the breaking of the world and before the Trolloc Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, I guess, a prosperous kind of Renaissance-like time where everything was like peaceful and, just awesome and beautiful architecture was everywhere. Just a total Renaissance kind of age, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, that's how I see it too. Everyone wearing togas.
Drinking wine, lounging, eating grapes, doing awesome art.
Lots of grapes, lots of awesome art.
But but like no one is feeding each other grapes. It's an age where no one is being fed grapes, right?
Oh, so that's okay. That hasn't happened. That hasn't been
I'm just going with the joke.
Discovered.
No, I have no idea. I'm just going with the joke. I'm like, hey, this is such a great place. No one's even being fed grapes. They only eat their own grapes. That's how great it is.
I got you.
No caste system. No, there is no hierarchy. Everyone is entitled to grapes.
Totally. Just equal.
So one of the cooler parts about this is while Moraine is busy tending to land to Tam,
yes,
Land kind of becomes a little chatty Cathy, and Land's like, so Land reminds me of like a boss that's kind of mean during the work week, and then you go get a beer with them on Friday, and suddenly you're like, man, you're kind of cool. You're kind of a jerk when we're working 9 to 5, but afterwards, I like when you loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Total it's like after hours shop talk between Land and Rand, talking about swords.
Yeah.
Sizing each other's swords up.
Yeah.
What are you packing?
And Rand's like, it is considered a little rude to comment on another man's sword. I'm not sure how much innuendo was suggested in that, but I giggled.
I think Land even touches his sword, doesn't he?
I think so.
That's like very forward, I think.
Yeah.
I think he does. He like touches.
Is that okay? We're not gonna do is that a heron mark blade in your pocket? Let's just move. That's low hanging fruit, and I just picked it. Oh,
yes.
But so awesome.
So we hear a lot about like the Trollocs and Myrddraal from Land.
But we got to talk about the heron and what that means.
Oh, okay, please.
So apparently that's a symbol of a master swordsman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like super awesome. I love that. Just the fact that Tam had that kind of reveals like the fact that he was a master swordsman, possibly.
Yeah, and so you're kind of assuming what is Land thinking about? He knows that. He's like, all right, well, how do you have this? This is crazy.
Totally. Just love that. It reveals a lot.
Yeah. And Rand himself was like, yeah, I didn't even know he had it. He said it was worthless and he didn't really care about it. And Land's like, well, he must have liked it at some point because this is like the top honor.
Totally. He's like, yeah, there's a lot to that sword, boy.
He's like, it's kind of strange that it end up with a sheep herder in this weird little podunk.
Oh, that part. Totally.
If you drank every time he calls him a sheep herder in these 2 chapters, you are wasted. He's hitting that point home a lot.
I guess that'll be his nickname, right? From now on in the books.
I kind of love it.
Yeah. It's endearing.
I pretty much, if he calls you anything and not in an angry voice, you're just happy. Like, yeah, whatever. Sheep herder, thanks, Len. Yeah, just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah. Totally. But that's an awesome moment. And yeah, he's really kind of prodding him too, or just revealing a lot about I guess it's talking about the Dark One's minions, and how they use like ravens and crows as kind of like eyes on the ground or something like that. Just a lot of stuff is revealed right there, and just Lan is just laying down some like serious knowledge, you know, about his experiences with Mydrals, I guess. And this is also the point where Rand realizes that he encountered a Mydral.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, nice.
Let's all give Lan a kiss. We love you, Lan.
Lan is so tough.
Bye bye, Lan. And then we were talking about the Heron Mark blade.
Right, you're blowing my mind.
I'm telling you, man. I'm surprised you have a mind to be blown. Yes, this is the Heron Mark blade that Mr. Lan was inappropriately touching. And let's see, I think this man might have an opinion about it.
Sigmund Freud. Hey.
I have him for a different joke later, but we're oh man, this is fun. All right, everyone's missing it.
Awesome.
So we hear that man is old. He's got a split town. They all came for him, Matt, or Perrin.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about that? I mean, you've read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings kind of thing. So is this kind of along those lines of, okay, here we go, baby?
It definitely fits right into that trope of I guess the evil, the dark one just has its sights. It knows like how to find, it's what threatens him, and that's what it is. It's the dark one, I guess, is into like astrology or something, and he figures out that. I don't know.
Go on. No, go on.
Yeah. Is it what's his sign?
I mean, he figured. That's what I want to know. I want to know what their signs are. But he figures out that Rand, Matt, and Perrin are born like a week apart from each other.
Right. Just maybe a couple weeks apart. Yeah. So they're within that certain statistical time frame, I guess, that they're looking for. Right. Because we hear that the Thane boy and one of the Coplans or something, someone else who had also seen the Stark Rider, but they kind of got checked off the list, I guess, once they said, nope, that ain't him. He's 8 months too old.
Yeah, the Trollocs were like, no, we're not burning that house.
Right.
On to the next place.
Right. So this whole thing was just surveillance, I guess, right? They were just trying to scoop out which houses to hit.
Yeah. And using, I don't know. It's really interesting. Yeah. That I was kind of joking that, he's like an astrologer or just uses astrology somehow or something about them being born so close together, like points to them being enemies.
Oh, that's what you're getting at with this.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I was getting at. It's like reading the planets, like,
I said that. Yeah, there's in a certain chart, the day frame or something. The moon was by Venus and all that.
Right.
All that great stuff.
That's really, really interesting, though. And it really, I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, why do you think so few Emmons fielders perished when they had 100 Trollocs and a Mydral, as you like to say?
I guess maybe just precision on the Trollocs part.
Oh
yeah,
I don't know. They're just like, okay. Oh, I know why. I think it's mentioned actually in chapter 9. It's Beltane, right?
Yes.
celebration threw off the Mydraw and the Trollocs because like everybody was out of their houses or something like that.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. Why do we think that? Yeah, they did. They specifically mentioned that, but why do we think that was significant, though? What about Beltane? I would think a Hunland Trollocs would just think, okay, we're gonna get more meat. Rah!
Hey,
It doesn't seem like that would phase them. I didn't really understand why Beltane was a factor in everyone not,
I think I think they just didn't. They mentioned that the Mydraw, they don't know Two Rivers culture. They're totally just they don't know what's up. They're not hip to it, and if they would have known, they would have totally all got him that winter night. And what's that other part of it? Winter night, and there's another part of the festival. Wait, what is it?
Beltane.
Oh, festival and winter night. I guess.
Right. There's the winter night, and then the festival was next day. This next day.
So I guess that brings everybody out of their houses. I don't know. And they're all like drunk in the field dancing. So.
Okay. Yeah. Did you have a favorite scene in this chapter?
Oh man, there's so many. Definitely, I love the scene with what we were talking about with Rand and Lan, just having shop talk, and Lan's like laying down the knowledge, and that was really cool to learn about. He tells him about the Trolloc weapons and how they're tainted with evil. That was really interesting.
Oh yeah. So what do you think of that?
I think that's great, and that's one of my predictions. I think I nailed that one.
I think you did too. You did mention, you said, that maybe there was some sort of poison or some sort of like taint on the blade or something.
So that was really cool. And then he goes into and he explains like how they're tainted. And I guess it's on the slopes of Shio Gu.
All right, well, we could look right here. This is very specifically, this is.
Oh, I don't think I wrote it on there though.
Oh, nice.
Your predictions, and I think, what do we have here?
Nice. I
So
love it.
one of your predictions was Murdraws and Fades are a conduit to the dark power.
Yes.
The dark one himself wants to talk to Rand through the Fade.
Yes.
You said that Tam has war experience, maybe special ops level.
Yeah.
When asked why Tam checked the well, Todd said maybe they used the wells later and put potions or maybe mind-altering substances in them.
Yes.
Rand was able to kill Narg because he has some innate warrior ninja skills that lay dormant. Here it goes. When asked why Tam's wound is so severe, Todd said he thinks it is either a poisonous or magical blade that kills with only a nick. There it is.
And I got all that from Lord of the Rings. But I love it. They explain like how the blade is tainted with evil at Shio Ghul. I love that name. Sounds like a death metal band.
That's cool.
It's like a total death metal band name. Shio Ghul.
And then they're
opening for Anonymous.
No, and then they go in some pretty, Lan goes in some pretty complicated descriptions of what a fade is.
Yes.
I don't even know if I even understand it still. Second read through. Todd, teach me, what does that mean?
Yeah, he says that they're called different things. I like it. There's also the term lurk, or a lurk, or a shadow man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he kind of goes into them.
The eyeless.
Yes, they're eyeless. What else? They disappear in shadows, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can't. call anything
Yeah, it
else.
says here, Myrddraal see like eagles in darkness or in light, but they have no
That's right.
eyes. Oh, and also that Moraine Sedai, he had tried to kill that one.
Oh, yes.
But were unsuccessful, and that he had that Myrddraals have the Dark Wind's own luck.
Yes.
Yeah, then there's something else. I don't have the book in front of me because I got too many things going on. He says something else. It's like it's the essence. Yeah, go on. What do you see?
Oh, the stare of a Myrddraal can freeze any man or woman, no matter how brave they are. Like great warriors, like will freeze and just like a deer in headlights and be killed by him, I guess.
Yeah, the look
and
is
even terror. Or wait, is it terror?
Fear.
No, fear. Yeah. And Lan is even afraid of him.
Yeah.
Which is,
it's crazy to think that they couldn't kill it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then we see again this amazing ability that Robert Jordan has to create an entire event that we only hear about third person, secondhand, and we get to piece together what happens through everyone's retelling, and it's really cool because it just leads the imagination to everything.
Totally.
Like I can only hope that the Amazon show like literally shows Lan and Moraine in that, we get to see it instead of just hearing that. I want to actually see it happen, and then they're going Trollocs, and it's on, right?
Yeah,
I want to see that, but
right. It starts with some dogs barking in the distance.
Oh yeah,
and Lan and Moraine just instantly look at each other and just start running down the stairs, down the common room, just yelling over their shoulders. Trollocs bust through the door, and everyone's just partying, eating honey cakes everywhere.
Like,
you get a honey cake, and you get a honey cake, and you get a honey cake. There's just so many honey cakes. Drinking Master Alvir's Tam cider, Alvir's ale. They're just doing drinking contests.
Send buoys all drunk, trying to dance.
Oh yeah.
Like he does every year.
Send buoy.
Like the jitterbug. He does the jitterbug.
I thought that little anecdote made him more endearing and lovable.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Little lovable child abuser. Come here, kid.
Yeah, come here. Let me slap you. So he goes. He sees that he's able to stay in the room and falls asleep. Hanging out with Tam. Was there a favorite quote of this chapter?
Yeah. There was a really cool part about with Moraine. She says she's talking about the Angreal and the history of the Aes Sedai and how they use their powers that they harness from the one to heal. And it's really cool. It's like a super sad quote too. Like
do you have it right there?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
All right. In the age of legends, Moraine went on. Some Aes Sedai could fan life and health to flame if only the smallest spark remained. Those days are gone, though perhaps forever. So much was lost. Not just the making of Angreal, so much that could be done, which we dare not even dream of if we remember it all.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
it's like super heavy and kind of sad, and I guess.
So, what is that quote telling you?
Just that the Age of Legends was the pinnacle of just awesomeness for that land, and they reached such heights and power and wonderment, and she just feels it just probably won't ever happen again. That's I don't know, just stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah. She is kind of rueful about the whole thing, kind of regretful. Like, geez, what we don't know, what we don't know. Kind of like that whole thing of it's impossible to even fathom anything that a lot of these things are just who knows how great the Age of Legends was, but it's called the Age of Legends, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to here. I'm going to post a question. This is a question that we had gotten from Discord. So on our Discord channel, we have specific channels of chapters we're going to be coming up to. So if you want to get involved and start asking some questions, you can go into Discord or you could do this live. But here is how it's going to look. Here we go. Do you think Tom left upon the entry of Rand and Maureen because he needed to, quote unquote, smoke in peace? Or, quote unquote, make sure the farmer didn't steal his cloak to keep his cow warm? Why did he really leave?
That's a great question. I was really intrigued by that whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
That just kind of goes back to Tom and Maureen's relationship, I think, and Tom knowing that she's an Aes Sedai, and maybe there's some history, like I was mentioning. Maybe romantic history. Who knows? I don't know. And it makes me wonder, like, I know Tom, he's pretty old, right? He's like white haired and it makes me think how old Aes Sedais are or how long they live. I was thinking about that.
Okay, yeah,
like, maybe she's like, 100 years old and Tom no way back.
Yeah. These are great ideas.
She's like a vampire.
Totally. I don't know.
But we can neither confirm nor deny.
we got to write these down, Ryan. We got to show them to him later.
It's like Robert Jordan's really hanging on to this uncomfortableness between the two. And I think it's more on Tom's part, I guess, because he knows what she is. I don't know. That's really interesting.
That's cool. All right, we have some more coming up. Here we go. I love this system.
This is cool. I like it.
Okay, I'll get faster. I'll get faster at this. All right, so we have another question, and this question is from Zool. I will say it once. Actually, hey, here's a different one. Actually, this is a great time to point out that the art behind me, over there, right there. How about that?
There.
Over here.
This beautiful specimen right here is done by our friend Tree. And
awesome.
We very much appreciate that you allowed us to use that. Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
It is. Well done.
That's Maureen, I take it.
I believe that is Maureen. And that's funny that I can now finally show you images of her channeling, because I've have all these great images, but it would all have been a spoiler. When you meet her, you don't know this. So I can now finally unleash that she can do weird things with her hands. All right. All right. So here we go. Here's the question. What was your first impression of Moiraine using the one power to heal Tam compared to magic and other fantasy, or what you had expected?
I thought it was realistic. I liked it. It was like she was meditating.
Yep.
You don't see like any light, going over him or it was just, no visuals really. Just her like scanning his body and her mind, finding what ails him. I thought it was really awesome.
Were you surprised by that when knowing that you have read so much fantasy? Were you surprised that that's like the first kind of introduction to it, is her just kind of like with her eyes closed?
I was a little surprised. I was like, oh, she just closes her eyes. And okay. I was like, okay, Robert Jordan. Sure. That's interesting. It's different.
Okay, Robert Jordan.
But like subtle, and I like that.
Yeah.
Because I guess we do see some of those awesome light shows later, but that's in chapter 9. We'll stick with chapter 8.
And she was decidedly tired.
Yes.
She was very right. And what do you think of that? What do you think is going on with that?
Just the power she uses is drained from her. It's extremely hard on her, and she just gets exhausted. She could almost only take so much.
Mm-hmm. And now she's basically taken, the three, not teenagers, are the three guys, and just whisking them away.
Yes.
Right? Do you think she's helping or hurting? What do you think is going on?
I think it's a little of both. Just like, the Aes Sedai kind of do, their intentions aren't really known to anybody. And I like how actually Rand kind of talks his way into it, like unknowingly. I think she uses like Rand's suggestion about him wanting his main concern is to save the village and his friends. And she's like, oh, well, you should come with me then. I have to take you.
Yes,
so,
right.
It's very
yes.
tricky. It's very like
right. Yeah. Oh, suddenly all this danger's all around, and I'm just a weird stranger, but only I can help you. And
yeah.
If you don't come with me, your entire village is probably going to get burned down. They're going to bring more Miradral, more Trollocs. Yeah, we'll probably beat them, but
just like,
I don't know how many battles.
Just like you said, Rand. Like
right.
She's using Rand's concerns as the reason why he should leave. Like, it's tricky.
Which makes it even more plausible that it could go either way.
Totally. It's like she saw a moment and she seized it. She's like, there it is. She didn't want to ask him or tell him to come with her, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm really seeing it now, like the Aes Sedai and how they work. I think that's definitely a moment that kind of like reveals how they work.
Yeah. So yeah, she almost makes it like it was his idea.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. Or appeals to his better parts of himself and his honor and different beliefs of himself.
Brother Ryan, you said it way better than I did. Exactly.
This chapter here is also kind of a cool chapter as far as nicknames. So we get the Fade nicknames. We get Half Man. We get the Eyeless. We get for the Dark One himself. We get a couple nicknames. We get Father of Lies and Shepherd of the Night. And these again are pretty cool names.
Those are good. Those are all better than Dark Friends.
Dark Friends.
I'm on a campaign. Dark Friends is the worst name for a bad guy in all of fantasy, and I hope Amazon changes it. I swear, Dark Friends means nothing to me. It's so silly. It's so silly when they're like, oh, Trollocs and Murdral and Dark Friends. I'm like, what is like my friends all wear black? Like
yeah, there's. Did we just lose the old tongue name that would have sounded way cooler and aggressive?
Yes, exactly.
Like chocolacas.
Oh,
yeah. Like, yeah, I'm a chocolacca, sure.
Okay,
dark friends. Hey, do you want to be my dark friend? Please.
For reals, no, I exactly, and that's why it's so easy to make fun of. I just think it's like, it's if they change it, I wouldn't be offended. I think I might be offending people now, which I apologize for. But boy, Dark Friends, even when I read it a long time ago, I thought it was silly. I read it now, I still think it's silly. I just have all the words, man, just so weird.
Well, Ryan, full disclosure, I did suggest this on Reddit just like a few days ago. I threw this post up there saying the name Dark Friend is a little silly and should be something a little tougher.
Oh, do tell.
What happened? What did they say?
It did not go over well.
Upvoted 500 upvotes.
No. There were people that were defending it. It did not go over well. I thought those were going to be my people, but.
Well,
will you be my dark friend? All right.
Maybe we could talk to Jeff Bezos and just be like, Bezos, dude, look, no dark friends. That sounds really bad, though.
No, I know. I'm sure there's whole threads. I'm sorry. No, maybe I should have taken that back. But I don't. I stand by. I still think it's silly. I doubt they'll change it though. We have a question.
Yeah.
This is our friend Tree. This is a question she put on Discord, and I'm gonna blast it up here now.
Bam. Bam.
Do you think Rand will have to pay a price in the future for the healing? And if so, what do you think it will be?
Ooh, good question.
Thank you, Tree.
Good one, Tree. Tree X. I'm doing an X.
There's definitely a price he's paying, and the price is, basically what happens at the end of the chapter, I think. And she's like, how she twists him into like saying you have to leave, and you have to leave, the 2 rivers, and that's the beginning of the price that he's going to pay, I think. So.
Okay, so that just started.
Okay. Interesting. So okay, yeah, because I would think a price she would be like, all right, buddy, I'm now redeeming my one favor that you promised me. Here it is. Here's my like a wish. Here's all right, genie. Here's my wish. I have 3 wishes. So so you just kind of think it's kind of more this underground kind of price that he's paying, like this below the surface kind of thing.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's the beginning of price that he's paying, and that will pay for a lot longer, I think.
Oh.
So
do you think there will be a moment when it's like, oh, you what? You remember when I, healed your dad? Do you think there's going to be that?
Here's my IOU that you wrote a long time ago in blood. Here.
And all of a sudden she brings up a hologram and it's Rand saying, I'll pay any price. I'll pay any price. It's all Star Wars. And she's like, see?
I'll pay any price.
I'll pay any price.
I'll pay any price.
She's like, you still got that coin, right? Remember that coin?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That coin weighs heavy in your pocket, doesn't it, boy?
Yeah. That coin that you can go buy a Tesla with.
Yep.
So yeah,
there is a price, and it's just beginning.
So our friend MK Guinness said she wants to talk to Bezos herself and make him put all the money into the show.
Which I think they're doing.
All of it.
I did say I'm not a big fan of having anyone having $1 trillion. However, if there's going to be one person, I'm glad that he is in charge of paying for this show.
He's the perfect person. In this day and age.
He is
the richest man in the world.
Yeah, I guess that is the perfect person. Yeah, all right.
I mean, we could be in good hands. We could be in very bad hands. We'll see. I don't know.
So, I'm getting corrected on pronunciations. This is fun.
Oh
yeah. Which one?
All right. Well, let's go. Okay. No. Let's go back. Everyone. All right. So here we go. Well, how would you say that last name? Read first, Todd. Read that last name.
Oh no.
I think we could all do the MK. We all got It's and then Genest. Okay. What do you think? What do you think, Brother Dan?
I'm gonna go with that as well.
Genest. Okay, I said MK Gunnest.
MK goodness to me.
But okay, so we got, and here's the answer. It's pronounced like genius, but Genest. We're all wrong.
Oh.
We're all wrong. What? All right. What's
next? That's a really unique last name. I like that.
All right.
Genest.
All right. So let me look and see if we have any more questions before we move on to chapter. We do. We've got time.
Yeah.
This
next chapter is so huge, though.
We got time. These are real questions.
All right.
It's not about. It's about them.
It's about the viewers.
It's about them. All
right. I got a beer. 2 beers. Thanks. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
I need a cider.
Okay, here comes. All right. Please give your thoughts on the following. Trolloc and Fade Origins. We're gonna have to go in order. Trolloc and Fade Origins, Tam Sword, and the Aes Sedai losing abilities.
I love the Trolloc and Fade Origins. That's really cool. Okay, I'll talk about that. So I did want to bring that up.
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah, they're the twisted offspring of Trollocs, I guess. They use like humans in there, and it like twisted even further or something like that.
This is what I was getting at earlier about the weird, like I don't understand what he's saying there.
Oh yeah. I know it's like some geneticist. The Dark Lord is like some sick, evil geneticist, or I don't know. And he's like mixing Trollocs and humans together. And it reminds me of Lord of the Rings. I think it's kind of an homage to Lord of the Rings. And I don't know if you guys remember the Uruk-hai in Lord of the Rings. They're mixed with, I believe it's elf and orc. And they're like these fierce, even fiercer warriors.
Oh, I do not.
They have elf in them. I think that's what it is. But it kind of reminds me of that. Twisted offspring of Trollocs. Very, very sinister.
Yeah. And having human component, it's like, ew.
Oh yeah. So yeah. It says the human strain twists the taint.
Right? What are we talking about? Is that DNA? What are we talking about?
Twisting of taints.
Oh yeah.
It sounds totally gross though, if you ask me.
Right.
It's super gross. Of course, the Dark One's into it. It's just gross.
Just right up his alley.
Totally gross.
Just
grody.
Grody to the max.
Grody
Gag me
to the
at the
max.
spoon. Gag me at this tie.
Okay, how about Tam Sword? Give us all your thoughts on Tam Sword as we know it.
This is a good question.
So yeah, it has a heron on it. Symbol of the Master Swordsman. That's all I know so far. And I guess I don't know. That means that he's like a Master Swordsman, or he bought it off a Master Swordsman. I don't know, dude. Or he like killed a Master Swordsman and took it from him. Who knows? I don't know any more about. Was there something more about Tam Sword?
I mean, well, we just it just kind of, and you've touched upon it a couple times. It's like, what is Tam's story? What is really going on with him? And you've alluded to questions like, why this and why that. So I think it's all intertwined.
Totally. Yeah, it definitely reveals like his history and the adventures he's been on.
What do you? Okay.
And about his fever dreams too, like about him. I think helping battle Trollocs, saving some town or some. I can't remember. I don't know. There's a lot. There's so much in there. Indeed.
No, for reals. And we have a follow-up question from G Nest. What do you think the heron means?
That's a good question. Oh, I wish I knew more about actual herons. Are they like a very maybe a skilled hunter of a bird, but they're light on their feet, or they're oh yeah, aren't they like really small?
Herons are those tall. I think they're tall.
Damn it! Yeah, look at me. Listen
it's
to
all
me.
good.
Yeah, I should study up on herons, but I'm assuming the actual bird has something to do, like the actual bird's traits has something to do with like being a Master Swordsman.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how about this? How do you think Tam got to a master swordsman so fast?
Good question.
That is a good
was
question.
it fast? Was it fast? I don't know. Like,
well, I guess yeah. Good point. We don't really know.
I mean, I guess
Well, we do know that it would have had to have happened before Rand, I guess, was born, because Rand has no memories of him like practicing or even wielding it at all. So it would have to happen like, so you can imagine how old is he is now. Subtract 20 years. So I guess the assumption is, can you become a master swordsman in that short amount of time before he ends up, right?
Right. That's a good question. Yeah. I guess he's about 40 now. So he was like in his 20s. Yeah, I guess maybe does he have some cosmic, I don't know, something to do with the Dragon Reborn? Like Tam himself? I don't know. I mean, I was assuming might be the Dragon Reborn or Matt or Perrin. But maybe Tam, who knows? I don't know.
How about this? That's a very timely question. Can you ask Todd if he thinks perhaps Tam is a time traveler?
Oh, what? Dude, I love that. I thought about time travel, actually. It came up. There's something in the, I can't remember what it was. And I was like, wow, that sounds kind of like a time traveler, or like something a time traveler would say. So that's really interesting. I love that. I watch, I don't know if you know the show Outlander.
Yes.
And it's based on a series of books.
Uh-huh.
It's about time travel. So if Robert Jordan brings time travel into this, I'm like on board.
So you're that
100,000%. Yeah. Like,
okay, so you'd be super stoked if Tam is a time traveling ninja of sorts who
just special ops. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Hey, did you guys ever watch Quantum Leap?
Yes.
So maybe Tam is just the guy who just jumps into other people's bodies and then has to live out their lives.
Totally. I wouldn't put anything on the table at this point.
And he has like this weird computer dude named Ziggy who smokes a lot of cigars and punches like this thing with big buttons.
That was such a weird show.
It was a weird show. I tried to show my kids it a couple of years ago. It does not hold up. It was rough.
Yeah, it didn't age well at all.
No. But Scott Bakula, it does not age well, unlike Scott Bakula, which has aged wonderfully. Oh my gosh.
That guy is a badass. I love him.
He is bad. Yeah, he's beautiful.
Beautiful man. Yep.
All right. One last question before we move on. And this is from me. Why do you think there are so few Aes Sedai these days?
It kind of brings that up, I guess. Or Moraine does. I think it's right after that quote I read. She mentions that. And I guess it just has something to do with the Age of Legends is gone. There's not as much power or the one power anymore in the world. Or maybe they've all been hunted, kind of like the Jedi, like in the Star Wars trilogies, hunted down and like killed by the Dark One's minions. I don't know. Awesome question.
That is an awesome. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's move on to chapter 9.
Yes. So Todd, as we were doing this cool little idea of having a first time reader, there's certain chapters that I'm like, okay, there's this chapter I can't wait to get to. There's this chapter I can't wait to get to. So there's a few down the line that I really want to talk to you about. Welcome to the first one, my friend. This one is one of the cooler chapters. So so we enter the chapter in a dream.
Yeah, total dreamscape. It's like some post-apocalyptic like landscape. a boiling sun, but it's cold or something, and like he's being chased by Trollocs, and then
Right.
I think the Dark One appears to him, and he has this cloak of dried blood, or the color of dried blood. It's just like so intense. I love it. I love the imagery. And
so he's fleeing these Trollocs. He gets to a sheer cliff going down.
yes.
There's just all this mist that looks like an ocean, like a slow moving ocean with like little fires that are breaking out underneath the water. And then there's this huge mountain that is causing Rand some major distress.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. It comes thrusting out, and it brings you back. It makes me think of Dragon Mount, the prologue, the whole mountain thing. And I was like thinking about that. I'm like, oh my god, is this like have something to do with that? And I guess the mountain. Wait, the Black Mountain. Oh, and there's a voice calling out to him, saying, "Serve me, serve me, serve me." And he raises up his fist and he's like, "The light consume you, Shaitan."
I mean, if I close my eyes with your voice, Todd, it's real.
Nice.
You do have this voice of the Dark One.
Yeah. Can you like dark whisper, serve me? Just keep going. Serve me.
Serve me.
Oh, see? Oh, geez.
Serve me. I hope, man, if Amazon needs some voiceovers, just call me out, dude.
Call Todd. Call Todd.
I will serve you. Yeah.
All right, so then, so he jumps around a little bit in the stream. He goes from this one mountain to suddenly he's in this kind of rolling hills, a much calmer scene for him. There's another mountain, but it doesn't cause him distress.
Oh yeah, there's like a river with a island city in it or something.
Yeah. Then he bounces on over to there, and he's surrounded by all these people that are all super beautiful and wearing togas and or whatever, like colorful clothes.
And they're happy, like looking
talking to him in a way that he's not understanding.
But sounds familiar or something.
Wait.
Yeah. Things are like seeming familiar to him. I remember reading about that, which makes me think, about reincarnation and stuff. Like he's been, I don't know, he's seen this before, and now he's like, I don't know.
Right.
It's like deja vu. I don't know. It's really, really intriguing.
So so we see that he's getting closer to the city. Yeah. He needs to go to these white towers. Do you see this as being a current day visualization that he is having about? He was told that he needs to go to Tarvalon, so he's kind of just dreaming about it, and or do you think that it's something else?
That's an awesome question. I don't know. Yeah, it could be the past. I think it's like the past. He's like reliving like a former, or like he's had a former life here. But then I don't know. I think it's both. It's kind of intertwined. It's like the past and the future. I think it's kind of hard to say, actually. Once I start thinking about it, I don't know.
So he's getting a real vibe that to go to this tower. Everything is encouraging him to go, and when he decides that he may get detoured. Everywhere he kind of turns, there's still that tower right in front of him.
Right. Yeah. It just keeps appearing, and he's wanting to go to it. He's like, yeah, I'll make it there. And I think the people start gathering around him, but they're like worried or something. They're starting to I don't know. You could go on and talk about it some more.
Well, and actually, so here's you brought up exactly what I wanted to bring up. So it says the faces around him were still friendly, but shattered hope filled them now. Hope he had broken. What do you think that is?
I think it has something to do with him possibly being, the Dragon Reborn, and maybe he's doubting it. So it's like doubt, I guess, and the doubt kind of clouds like his true purpose, and people feel that. Are the people symbolize like? Are the people like destiny? Are the destiny?
Yeah, that word does come up a couple times. It's your destiny.
Oh yeah, it's your destiny.
Is being whispered in his head.
And I guess
but the girls, like the people are reacting super happy. They're just like throwing lays around his neck, dancing. Rand's like, I kind of want to dance, and suddenly he knows all the dance moves.
Yeah, that's the interesting part.
I'm picturing it turned into like a whole Glee moment. We're suddenly in a or like Grease. We're suddenly in the cafeteria. Everyone just like is doing the moves, and they all know what they're doing, and
they're all doing the Macarena.
But no, completely like super choreographed. Yeah, we could all do the Macarena at a wedding, Ryan. I'm saying like a dance he's never seen before, like a Glee, like suddenly Dirty Dancing, maybe without the practice.
Yeah, it's like some intricate dance, and he just taps into it.
Yeah,
he's
like, bring it. I know this one.
And then he's like dancing with somebody, right?
And you see,
he's with everyone.
No, but he says, "Oh, I remember dancing with someone," or this was like, "I've never danced with this person before like this."
So yeah, he does go. He threw it back his head and laughed. His feet were lighter than they had ever been. Dancing with. He could not remember the name, but it did not seem important.
Yeah,
What name, Todd? He could not remember dancing with who.
Okay, this is what I think. Okay, I thought about this. This goes back to like Dragonmount, I think. And like he's that one dude. What was the guy that was like with his wife? Like crying out.
Okay, Luz
No. Oh, okay.
Yes, what's his name? Okay.
I know.
Luz Theron and like his wife, I forget his wife's name. But that's what I don't know. Maybe
you go ahead.
He's Luz Theron and he's just having this deja vu moment.
Luz Theron's wife's name was Ilyana. Is that? Do you think that's the name that was left out of this ... I
would wager that.
Okay,
I'm betting, man.
Okay, so he
I think so.
Todd never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. That's crazy. Okay, that's amazing.
So that part was amazing. Like that part gave me goosebumps actually when I read it. I was just like, what?
This whole scene is awesome. Suddenly women are dancing all around him. People start singing in a language that he doesn't even understand, but is just like, these are glorious harmonies. Musicians start coming out. It really is a High School Musical type thing. Totally. And then he decides, let's go to the tower. Let's go. All the people are like, yeah. He starts just running up. He bounds through the door. It slams behind him like thunder. And it says, "We have been waiting for you," the mirror draw hissed.
"We have been waiting for you."
Ooh, nice.
So,
I'm telling you, you are the man of many talents, Todd.
I love that scene though. It's like it's all this gloriousness and magic, and it's kind of like the mirror draw or the dark one's like, no, I got you.
So what?
Real quick. Tree says, if there's not a choreographed dance number during this scene in the show, we riot.
I agree. We stand together like lemon.
Oh yeah.
We really should work something out, guys. We're missing an opportunity here.
Let's do this.
I got one arm. I only got, I lost. I could throw this one up, kind of.
Ryan,
You do the shoulder.
well, Ryan had that one baseball injury that he can no longer use that arm.
We'll work on that routine later.
Ryan, you'll play bass.
Yes, I do. I do play bass.
You'll play bass.
And I hate Russian authors.
Do you want to do a round of 2 truths, 1 lie with me?
Shoot, why not? This is off the rails.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. All right. I have been to 44 of the 50 states. The first time I ever got straight out blackout drunk was with my father in the Hofbrauhaus at the age of 16 in Munich, Germany.
Whoa, that sounds fun.
And my band has played a gig on the Queen Mary.
Queen Mary. Like the boat, which, oh, right. Okay.
The boat.
The boat. Queen
in
Mary.
Long Beach, California.
Oh, I was wondering, I was like, where is that?
Long Beach.
LB. So which one of those is the lie?
Yes. I know. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good one.
I would say the first one. You've been to, what was it?
44 of the 50 states?
Yeah.
I'm counting my fingers. If I hold them up, they're 40. There's 55 on my yeah, no, that's a lie. I did the other 2.
No, I get all the money. Woo!
Todd, you got all the money.
I'm rich.
Can I call you Scrooge McTodd?
I'm so proud of you.
To you, yeah.
Todd, I'm very proud of you for not cussing.
Yeah, well done.
I heard it coming out, and you stopped yourself. That's great.
Oh, you knew what I was going to say. Yeah.
All right, so we have one of the guests was, I think you didn't play on the Queen Mary. I'm sorry. No money for you. Thanks for playing. And I am slapping. I do be slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass?
Slapping the bass. Slapping the bass.
Oh, jeez.
That worked.
Oh, man.
Oh,
love that movie. Can you guess what movie that's from?
I don't know, actually. I just know the reference.
I Love You, Man. That's what the movie's called. It's awesome. I love you, man. I love you, comma, man. Period.
Is that with Gregory Peck?
Yeah, it's Charlton Heston and Gregory Peck.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I love you, man.
Is there a dance routine in it? I only watch shows with dance routines.
Oh, well, Rush, the band Rush is featured in I Love You, Man.
Oh,
so Ryan will love it.
Oh, my least favorite band. Another controversial hot take by Ryan. Rush, not good.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It's a voice. A lot in it.
All right, Ryan. Just so you know, with the name The Way of the Leaf, there's going to be some confused Canadians thinking that we are part of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So you cannot go against the national hero of Canada that is called Rush.
Yes.
Geddy Lee, I think, could run for prime minister and win.
Bend the knee, Ryan.
No, he's amazing. It's just the voice. I'm sorry. Right. Just the last thing I want to hear is a guy doing that. Sorry.
Ryan, catch the spirit, catch the wind.
Catch the yeah. And then his lyrics are just absolute trash. You can't defend those lyrics.
No way. Those are the
internet is just on fire right now. I bet. Oh my God.
You should be banished from Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, so we have agreement. So that was a great movie. Paul Rudd, I guess, is in this
Paul
movie.
Rudd.
All
He
right,
plays
all right.
bass. He plays bass and he slaps the bass.
Oh, he's
slapping the bed.
slapping the bed. All right. We got a question. This is from Discord. We're going back to Rand and Tam. Why do you think Rand left certain things out of what he told Tam? For example, the mirror draw hunting them, Rand's nightmares, and especially Tam's fever dreams.
Awesome question. He just wanted to tell Tam the facts, like with what happened with Moraine healing him. He was just being careful, I think. And like Tam was kind of to Rand all of his life. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like follow us.
Yeah, but he does say at the end, he said, Maureen's story, though, there was no avoiding that.
Right.
It kind of seemed like he just told them the bare minimum as opposed to fact. I mean, if he didn't have to tell them about Moraine, he wouldn't have, it sounded like.
Right. Oh, that's true. I don't know. Yeah, he just didn't want to go there, I guess. And,
yeah.
Yeah, he realized because Tam is healing from his Trolloc blade wound, and he just didn't want to go there, I guess.
No, that's fair.
No, I actually love that take. He just was flipping roles and saying, "You've been taking care of me all my life. Like this is too much. You're wounded." No, I love what you just said right there.
Yeah, I think it's like Rand's or Tam's kind of rubbed off on Rand. Like, he's taking his dad's kind of like advice about that kind of stuff.
Well, and even Tam's like, oh well, all right, yeah, you're not a child, but I'll be coming with you, I guess. I understand. And they're like, he's like, no, you can't move for like weeks, buddy, and we're leaving tonight.
You're not coming on this adventure, Dad.
Yeah.
This is my adventure.
So he lets him keep the sword.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's like taking it off. He's like, no, boy. You will need this
boy. So we see that this sword could be passed down generationally. Rand is just giving it, or Tam had just given it to Rand. Is it possible that Tam got it from his grandfather or his great grandfather?
Oh man, you just totally enlightened me. Oh yeah, totally.
No, these questions are not meant to enlighten you. Trust me.
No, we're meant to baffle you.
Dude, don't read anything into that question. We're not leading you down anything. Trust me. We're being very careful.
Yeah,
it's very intriguing. I love that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Master Sword family. Oh, dude.
No, I mean we've been all over the place with Tam today. We've had possible time traveling Tam that explained why he's so able to be a blade master at such a young age. We have right
Scapacula Tam. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. We gotta get back here. All right.
We don't gotta do nothing. We're doing what we want. This is great. We got a question to answer though. We still got so you feel like all of this, the whole identity issue, or like everything Tam said about his fever dreams, you think he didn't broach it just because you thought it would maybe compromise his health. That's great. I love that take.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you.
All right, we got our friends coming in. It looks like we had a bad time to do this, but yeah, we got our friends Will Reed. Hey guys.
Hello.
We're all here. We got Dana Lou showing up. We got people coming in. So we're in chapter 9. Just to give you everyone's recap, we did chapter 8. We're in chapter 9. Having a great time.
Deep in chapter 9.
So if you've given me a question on Discord, it's going to be asked, so don't worry about that, but feel free to ask any questions. I know we have a seasoned veteran of the recap questions, Mr. Will Reed, so feel free to give us some of your expertise.
All right, so what we have now, we have Tam and Rand just kind of reacquainting about the story. He's like, wow, that's hey, Tam out there. And then the door, a polite knock The door, there's Rand. A polite knock, the door bursts open, and Land's there, and he's like, trouble, bro.
I have all three.
Trouble.
You are on fire. This is awesome.
That was awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, our production tonight, Ryan.
Thank you.
And they just say bye to Tam. All right, peace out. We out.
Land's like, don't you know the word trouble?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
I think part of the other, the drinking game should be every time Rand or one of the Edmund Field boys get called a sheep herder, you drink. And anytime Land says something grimly,
Boom!
boom.
We celebrate grim.
Because he is pretty grim. I think in these first 8 chapters, he's grim probably half a dozen times at least.
Totally.
So Land walks into a bar, saddles up. Death comes to us all.
Can I have a drink, please?
Yeah. What would you like? The strongest stuff you got, of course. So it looks like we lost Ryan while he was trying to get some fireworks or get some land thing or some. We lost Ryan.
And
there he is.
that joke, that was a bomb joke when you mess up the buttons. All right.
All right. So let's get to it now. Land takes the boys downstairs. Instead of leaving the inn, he kind of cracks the door open a little bit. And it looks like there's a torchlight committee is out there.
The Two River Folk mob.
Yeah, we got a lynch mob out there.
Yeah.
Made up of mostly old men and complainers.
Yep. Sambui's there.
Reluctantly, but yeah, Sambui is there.
Oh, right. That's true.
Yeah, they threatened to burn him. They said, "Get out of here, or we'll burn you."
He smells funny. Go on. I'm sorry. That's really derailed. I'm sorry. I'll stop doing that.
I think it's adorable.
Okay, but just pretend it's not happening. Every time I do it, you guys stop talking. I'm gonna keep popping them up. You just pretend it's not happening.
Okay.
Nothing is real, guys. Nothing is real.
Nothing is real.
Okay, so what do you think about what's going on with this mob, Todd? This Todd mob.
Well, the Two River folks they've had it with this Aes Sedai and water, and they want them to leave. They've had enough of all this magic and adventure, and they think that they brought the Trollocs to them, and they're really super pissed and want them to leave. Yeah. And Moraine's just casually leaning against her staff. Like, yeah, I hear you.
Right. And I think it's a little curious that Lan is like, all right, boys, let's hang out here for a second. Let's just see who the woman I'm paid to protect, it seems like. Let's see how she handles this on her own. Because if Lan walked up, I think, with his hand on his sword, I think these old men probably would have grumbled and walked away. Or maybe he would have had to kill him. I don't know. Maybe he was. What do you think?
I think he's like, oh, I want to see what she does. Let's see what she does. Because he knows she's powerful and could wield one power.
Right. Dudes with like burning torches are nothing for her. So he's like, well, if they were Trolloc, maybe I'd step in, but let me see what she does.
That's very cool. I like that.
And then what does she do?
Well, one thing, what's really cool is Bran and Luhan come out first, right?
Oh,
which is
right.
kind of cool. And like Luhan like flexes his muscles or something.
Yeah, he flexes enough so that his. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god! You have a Todd.
Couple talk.
Just like that. Exactly. That's what Luhan looks like.
Yeah,
That.
Luhan walks up. Boom.
Hey Todd, I always tell my kids, whatever goes on the internet stays around forever and ever and ever. This is your
proving
legacy.
it.
This is your legacy, Todd. What is his legacy, Ryan?
Enshrined in zeros.
Yeah.
And then boom.
You are going crazy. This is awesome. Yeah, so I like how Brown Alvear's like, oh, so you guys weren't talking about burning down my inn, were you? And they're like, no, Mayor. He's like, oh, okay.
And then he brings up all the healing that she did, right? So
right. He totally shames them. It's great.
It's like, Sid, your arm was hanging off your shoulder. It's not anymore, or something.
Right. He's like, wow, but she is what she is, and we don't want that trouble. Blah, blah, blah. And then she gets into the story. She just starts waving that wand around her head.
That is such an awesome, the imagery of that. I just can't wait to see that, what the Amazon show does with that. It'll just be so powerful.
This could be a very, very, very cool scene in the show. I don't know how much time they'll spend on it, but it could be awesome. It could be a whole 20 or 30 minute like scene that you just get sucked into and then suddenly get pulled back into Moraine.
Yeah, she'll tell the history and like all the stuff about the ancestors of that area. But you could, Dan, set us up.
What? Set you up?
Set us up with
the scene. Yeah, set the scene.
Oh, okay. So we have people with torches. They're like, burn the witch, burn the witch. We have Bran Alvear kind of stepping up saying, nah, you're not going to burn my witch. She's a witch. What is it? What? Is that Bran Alvear?
That's Bran. He's money. He's all money. Let's go. Bran, he's rich. No. Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay. And apparently he's for sale.
That's our claim. Let's go.
And then suddenly just spinning this thing. Flames are shooting out on both sides. And then she just lays it out in front of her, and it's just burning like a Roman candle on both sides. That could be very cool. That could be very cool. But I'm not talking about that scene. I'm talking about like the story itself that she's telling.
Yes, totally. The story is amazing. It gives the history of the Two Rivers area and how they're Aemon's blood.
So can you there's a river that she describes called that begins with an M. Can you give me what you think that is called? It's Mane, the
Manetheren, or that's the name of the town, I guess. Manetheren.
Right.
That's great. Manetheren. That's great.
Yeah,
Manetherial. It was the river, and it's their river. What they call? Oh no! What do they call it? Damn it! I forget what they call the two river or the river.
White River. The White River. South, yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So yeah, the Manethendrial, is it?
The Manethendrial.
And that's that's what it all used to be called.
This is like thousands of years in the past.
All right,
there it is on the screen. They bore the Red Eagle banner.
Nice.
The Manetherans, and they wouldn't bend a knee to the Dark One. They were like the thorn in his side, or something like that.
Yeah, a thorn in the Dark One's foot and a bramble in his hand.
Exactly.
Sing of Manetheren that would never bend knee to the shadow. Sing of Manetheren, the sword that could not be broken. Woo!
So cool. So very cool. I love it.
Well, and then she says, first she says sing, and then she says weep. You know, the way that she's a great storyteller. The way that she's weaving this story and guiding her audience along. In fact, it said that some villager raised a small cheer then, but Moraine kept on as if she had not heard. She's a pro. She's like, psh.
Yeah, she like brings them in and then she like shames them.
All right, now I got a surprise for you. The story progresses and we go into the battle, correct?
Yes.
Right. And let's just go a little bit, and then I want to have some prepared. But let's just make sure we talk about the beginning of the battle. What do you we have the battle for an hour, and then another hour, and then a third, and then the betrayal, right? So then they mentioned that the betrayal was felt. Correct? Is that the word, Dan?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, so then the betrayal.
He sends out messengers, but no one comes to their call, I guess.
Correct.
So cities, I don't know.
Okay, and then they cross the bridge, they destroy the bridge, but they know that only buys them a little bit of time. Correct. Right. And then we have this fateful moment, and I'm going to play this.
From the city of Manetheren, Eldraine organized the flight of her people into the deepest forests and the fastness of the mountains. But some did not flee. First in a trickle, then in a river, then a flood, men went not to safety, but to join the army fighting for their land. Shepherds with bows and farmers with pitchforks, and woodsmen with axes. Women went too, shouldering what weapons they could find and marching side by side with their men. No one made that journey who did not know they would never return. But it was their land. It had been their fathers, and it would be their children's. And they went to pay the price of it. Not a step of ground was given up until it was soaked in blood. But at the last, the army of Manetheren was driven back. Back to here. To this place you now call Emond's Field. And here the Trolloc hordes surrounded them. Her voice held the sound of cold tears. Trolloc dead, and the corpses of human renegades piled up in mounds, but always more scrambled over those charnel heaps in waves of death that had no end. There could be but one finish. No man or woman who had stood beneath the banner of the Red Eagle at that day's dawning still lived when night fell. The sword that could not be broken was shattered. In the mountains of mist, alone in the emptied city of Manetheren, Eldraine felt Aemon die, and her heart died with him. And where her heart had been was left only a thirst for vengeance. Vengeance for her love. Vengeance for her people and her land. Driven by grief, she reached out to the true source and hurled the one power at the Trolloc army. And there the Dreadlords died wherever they stood, whether in their secret councils or exhorting their soldiers. In the passing of a breath, the Dreadlords and the generals of the Dark One's host burst into flame. Fire consumed their bodies, and terror consumed their just victorious army. Now they ran like beasts before a wildfire in the forest, with no thought for anything but escape. North and south they fled. Thousands drowned attempting to cross the Tarandrel without the aid of the Dreadlords. And at the Monethandrel, they tore down the bridges in their fright at what might be following them. Where they found people, they slew and burned. But to flee was the need that gripped them. Until at last, no one of them remained in the lands of Manetheren. They were dispersed like dust before the whirlwind. The final vengeance came more slowly, but it came. When they were hunted down by other peoples, by other armies in other lands. None was left alive of those who did murder at Aemon's Field. But the price was high for Manetheren. Eldraine had drawn to herself more of the one power than any human could ever hope to wield unaided. As the enemy generals died, so did she die. And the fires that consumed her consumed the empty city of Manetheren. Even the stones of it, down to the living rock of the mountains. Yet the people had been saved. Nothing was left of their farms, their villages, or their great city. Some would say there was nothing left for them, nothing but to flee to other lands, where they could begin anew. They did not say so. They had paid such a price in blood and hope for their land as had never been paid before, and now they were bound to that soil by ties stronger than steel. Other wars would rack them in years to come, until at last their corner of the world was forgotten. And at last, they had forgotten wars and the ways of war. Never again did Manetheren rise. Its soaring spires and splashing fountains became as a dream that slowly faded from the minds of its people. But they and their children, and their children's children, held the land that was theirs. They held it when the long centuries had washed the why of it from their memories. They held it until today. There is you. Weep for Manetheren. Weep for what is lost forever.
All right.
Super heavy.
Look at that.
So
They held it until today. There is you. Weep for Manetheren. That's such a burn.
And then-
so burned. Yeah.
And we have the mention that the sound of cold tears in her voice, and she continues.
Oh wow.
I mean, she's on. I mean, like that alone, sounds so compelling. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be
a good scene.
awesome.
That's a good.
So heavy.
It's a great monologue.
Indeed. Oscar worthy.
And she knows it. I mean, she lowered her staff like it was 100 pounds. She's like, ah.
Oh, right. The power. It was just so heavy. Yeah.
And Land's like peeking still through the door. He's like, "Yep, that's my girl. Let's go." And they all go through the back, and that's about it.
Yes.
But Rand feels a little melancholy about leaving this cool wine spring inn that he's grown up around. So what do you think? What are your thoughts overall about this chapter again?
So much is laid down, especially with that ending. Just the history of the two rivers, and you see Moraine's light show and just her power, and just what we see Tam healed, and he comes back and he gets to talk to Rand, and so much is revealed, and Lan is teaching Rand about things, and it's super awesome. So much is happening. So much is being laid down.
Yeah, these were two big chapters. The healing of Tam, and then Rand is told that he has to leave, and then he says bye to his father, and here's this cool story about the history of the two rivers.
Super awesome.
Yeah, and Gene S points out that basically they all turned into sheep herders. As time passes.
Yeah.
Right. And then Will Reitz points out that this is first class world building, and we agree.
Oh wow. Okay.
Top notch.
First class world building.
And there's so many things we learn also. We learn that we see at least one example of someone channeling so much that, right, there's a consequence.
Right.
Correct. And we see where this stout
Eldrine?
river stuff kind of comes from too.
Wait, what's her name? Eldrine? Is that who it is? Aemon's wife? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Eldrin. Yeah, Eldrin.
Is she like were Aes Sedai's around then? Or is she like, I don't know. Was she like the first Aes Sedai? I don't know.
Write that down, Ryan.
It's unclear. Yeah.
That's because when I read that, I was like, oh my gosh, sounds like an Aes Sedai. But I don't know how far back Aes Sedai's go. So I guess I'll find that out.
Right. It sounds like this is during the Trolloc Wars that this is
Oh, that's right. So there were, I guess, Ice. Can't wait to find out what that's about.
She is the rose of the sun. Yes.
But yeah, it's really interesting though that Robert Jordan seems really into like the danger of wielding such great power and its consequences.
So I have a little question for you, Todd, and I don't really have an answer for it myself, but we have the river was called the Tarandrel. We now called Terrence Ferry. We have King Aemon, and we have Emmonsfield. Why do you think? So there are these little correlations, perhaps, but why do you think there is no Manetheren? Like, why do you think that has completely disappeared from the consciousness? I suppose.
Oh yeah, they say something about it. It was just so much time has passed that it was just washed away. Yes. I think there's something like that in the end of the chapter there. That's why I think so much time has passed. And, the people, I guess they go to different villages too. And I don't know. It's a very good question.
Yeah, it was, there's no real answer that I was looking for. I was just wondering if you had any thoughts.
What was the question again?
What? Yeah,
I totally got lost in the Manetheren.
There are names that are similar to older references.
Oh, right.
We somehow lost Manetheren altogether.
Yeah, it's just been lost in the sands of time, I guess. I don't.
Do you think Trollocs and Myrddraal are the same that they were called? Do you think they were always called that, or do you think they were called like Manetheren and Tarandrel, and we just call them Trollocs and Fades now? But they used to be called like Trolloc Mandriels or something.
Very could be.
I don't know.
All right, I have a question for you, Todd. So far in the book, what is your favorite curse word you've heard?
Oh, I guess
there's been several.
The Black Ialman.
Okay.
The Black Veiled Ialman, yeah.
Wow, you went for the most offensive one. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah. Black Veiled.
I guess they use light or the light as a swear word. Or wait. Or no, they don't do that. Gosh, there's really hasn't been any swear words. It's clean.
Yeah. There's been exclamations of certain phrases, but we don't really know if they're curses or not.
Burn. There we go. That's what. Yeah.
Burn me. Or he says burn me.
Yeah, so that's one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No F-bombs. No S words.
Well, I actually kind of think burn me is kind of like F me or something.
Yeah, totally. That's what I think of it. Yeah, it's like curse me or
right. Damn you.
All right, yeah.
All right, we got another question here. This was another one from Discord. Do you think Rand will come back like he promised Tam?
Oh yeah, that was. I don't know what to think about that. It's just you hear someone say that in a book or a movie, and it's just like it's just like a foreshadow. It's like no, don't say stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a fair answer.
It's just there's so much foreshadow when someone makes a promise like that. It's like,
I'm just wondering, like, if you're a betting man, yeah, and you hope he does. Okay, that's a good answer.
He does, but if I was a betting man, I don't think he's going to want to come back to the Two Rivers.
No,
he's going to be like introduced to all these cities or something, probably, and like he's like, "Whoa, this is way cooler!" Like Two Rivers.
Right.
Tam. He's like, Tam, come with me, man. To
I know. They got plumbing.
That's
great. There's things called toilet paper. You're gonna love it.
They used the thatched hut or like thatch. Like
yeah. They don't even do it in the city. It's crazy. Yeah. They all got wood roofs and tiles.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking also with all this thatch around, why would you bring a fireworks guy? Aren't you going to burn down a couple houses?
Totally.
It's still unclear what the whole deal with the fireworks is. Were there fireworks in Emmonsfield at any point? There's evidence that the whole wagon gets burned. We don't hear any reports of boom, boom, boom. Fireworks going off.
There's bangs and fizzle D's and shooting stars. And...
Were there actual fireworks? Anywhere in the Two Rivers?
I don't know. It brings up a good question though. Doesn't Brand question that at one point? Brand Alvear. He's like, wait a minute, like, why?
I think so.
He's like, why did stuff blow up in the middle of the city or the middle of the village or something like that? And I was reading that just today, actually. I was kind of skimming it and I kind of found that part and I was like, wait, was it like Patton Vane or is he a part of it? I think he's like a dark friend or something.
Well, I think I think it was in reference. Yeah, it could be. I think it was in reference to Matt Calthan's house. How it was unusual that house got hit because it's way in the middle of the village as opposed to like near where everything else was, I guess. So, but yeah, I guess it could be fireworks perhaps.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Brand's questioning that at one point in I forget which chapter. Chapter 8, I think. I can't remember.
All right.
It's kind of a mystery, I guess.
Okay. Gnust says, how dare him think Fane is a dark friend? Yeah. So how dare you think this person is a dark friend?
I know.
And the wheel reads is saying he was eaten by Trollocs. Come on now. Come on now.
That's right.
Come on now. We all know this.
But no one knows where he went. I don't know. I guess okay.
What do you think? Are we? Is this?
I thought they just were like it was like he might have been eaten by Trollocs. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, so what do you think though? I mean, what's your guess?
I don't know. I think there's something a little more sinister.
Okay.
Possibly.
So yeah. Okay. Your guess is Fane is a dark friend of some sort. And what did you say about the fireworks?
That they were part of explosion that happens in the center of the village. That Brand doesn't understand why that happened. I think I can't remember what chapter that was, but it's when Brand's talking to Rand about.
Right. So yeah,
there was like tons of confusion, and even the Trollocs seemed confused, apparently. And I don't know. That's what I read into it.
Well, this is the part where Rand is talking to Brand Alvear and is trying to get the scoop on whether Moraine was really being upfront with him or not. So he was like, "So how many farms got hit?" He's like, "Yeah, just 2." He's like, "All right, that one was true."
Right.
And then he's like, "How did this all?" He's like, "I told you." Yeah. And here it says, "The dogs barking and Moraine said I and Lan running through the streets. Then somebody shouted that Master Luhan's house and the forge were on fire. Abel Cawthon's house flared up. Odd that it nearly in the middle of the village. Anyway, the next thing, Trollocs were running and blah blah blah."
Totally.
So yeah, that's kind of what was going on in the middle of the village. I'm sorry, the middle of the village.
Cool.
Okay. And that's a unique point, and it's another one of those points that just someone points out, and Rand seems to be kind of collecting these points as he's going. And he seems to be very, very aware. Yeah, and it's something I liked about what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he says, "Be careful." He's like, He's like, it's always a good time to be careful or something.
Right. Branagh Veer saying, yeah, with these people don't understand what Aes Sedai are. The women, like half of them, think she's on the village circle, and all the men are just kind of being cool, but no one wants to provoke her. You got to be careful. And Rand's like, careful. Yeah. By the way, how many farms did get hit? Like, yeah, 2. Okay. So that's when those questions started, because he started being careful on his own as a suggestion from Branagh Veer's words.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So,
so real quick, we've created a little bit of stir. People are asking, what are we talking about with an explosion?
Or just a fire, I guess. I'm sorry. Explosion might be a little.
Okay. No.
It's just the fire starting.
They're just running away. Yeah.
Yeah, the fire. That's what I was being. A little too
flamboyant.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We have this is a bold claim. Branagh Veer is a dark friend.
Oh, I could see that.
From a known dark friend. They know each other. They could see, they smell it on each other.
No, and actually they're all in a group text chat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Dark friends are like, you up?
Totally. They're like the dark web. Yeah, they're on like dark web group chat.
There's a whole Tinder thing where they're just swiping left. Or right. I don't know. Which way do you swipe? Which way do you swipe if they're dark friend?
You up?
You up? Did you just grab your phone?
You up? Hey, you ready for some dark friending?
Dark friending.
Let's go dark friend some people. Really intimidating. All right. We have apparently some inebriated people in the chat, and I think that's the only reason they're still here.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I noticed earlier we had some people trying to get more people to help out. Thank you, Will Reeds. We're gonna get a better time, and we're gonna get this more regular. So, oh wow,
cheers.
Hey, milk, it does the body good.
I'm drinking grapefruit juice. Yes. All right. I think we've pretty much exhausted these 2 chapters. How are you guys feeling about it?
Well, let me see. Was there a specific quote that you liked from this last chapter, chapter 9?
Oh yeah, quote and moment. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Hey, someone's got to do it, buddy.
I like this one from Lan when he's talking to Rand about Aes Sedai. And he's like, they don't lie, not right out, but the truth an Aes Sedai tells you is not always the truth you think it is. That was like kind of cool.
And that's from Tam Althor. Tam Althor?
Oh yeah, Tim kind of talks about that, I think. Weird.
I don't normally spell my favorite quote, but gosh, this line when Moraine starts her story, she goes, "Is this what Aemon's blood has come to? Little people squabbling for the right to hide like rabbits?"
Such a slam.
Such a great. Oh my gosh, that burn! Little people squabbling over the right to hide like rabbits. Oh,
burn so hard.
So great. It's a good one. This has been great. Is there what else is there, right? Are we good?
Oh, and yeah.
And favorite scene. I mean, I would assume it's the story, right?
What was that? Great interview, Dan.
I mean, all right. It doesn't need to be asked. All right, bye, guys.
Asked and answered.
I like the imagery of when the Dark One, I guess, appears to him. Like when he's in his dreamscape.
Oh yeah.
And in his dream. That's pretty. The imagery of that is pretty powerful, I think.
Yeah, the mirror draw hissed.
Or no, but yeah, when the Dark One appears to him, like floating, like and he has the cloak, the color of dried blood.
Right.
Oh, then he says he did not want to see the face that looked down at him. He did not want to think of that face. It hurt to think of it. Turned his mind to embers. It's like,
oh man.
a face of terror.
That's a good line.
So I like that part too. It's really powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a big chapter.
Oh goodness, yeah.
Lots
So much. So much. And then they're off. Did you feel that the conversation between Rand and Tam, like when Tam basically agreed to go, were you surprised at how quickly that went?
Yeah, I was, just like Rand was. He was like, wait, what? You don't have 100 reasons why I should stay? Like, yeah, I was kind of like surprised and kind of agreed, or not agreed, but like understood, like Tam understands the situation, I think, and that Rand is of the age to go on his own adventure now. And he gives him that blue heron sword, or the heron sword. He's like,
the blue heron, yeah. The heron mark blade, yeah.
Have fun storming the castle.
Yeah. You'll need this, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, I was both like kind of like, wow, shocked, but then like, okay, Tamithor.
Awesome. Well, everybody, thanks for coming and participating in our reread episode with our friend Todd. We're gonna return soon and hit up episodes 9 and 10. Wait,
Are we hearing music right now?
Yes.
we'll get to that.
Oh.
I got a couple things to do here.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, no, preemptive music. Well, let me check the chat real quick. All right. Yeah, so we're moving on. We just did chapters 8 and 9, and we're gonna do chapters 10 and 11 next time we meet. It will not be on a Thursday. It'll probably end up being, we're thinking Sundays, but we'll let everyone know. I want to let everyone know that we are participating in what is called a 24-hour podcast-a-thon. And here it is right here on the screen. And yeah, I'm blocking Todd. Actually, let me try something different. I have a
no, you can block me all you want. It's fine.
No, I got a better idea. I got backups. No, we want to be able to look at the names. This is really great. Hey, look what I just did. I got it right there. See, I did the magic trick. Yeah. Oh man, I knew I'd solve the problem. All right. Well, if you can really,
Well, here I am.
it starts Friday and it goes for 24 hours and it is an actual charity event. And here is this is not going to be readable. That is just way too small for you, I'm imagining. But there is a schedule. Dan, what time are we going to be performing?
We are performing this coming Saturday, the 25th, I believe. Early in the morning. It's at 2:15 a.m. on Saturday morning Eastern time, 11:15 Pacific time, and we're on for an hour and 15 minutes. There's a lot of cool content creators that are a part of this thing, and we're pretty honored to be a part of it. And while our time might be inconvenient for a lot of people, I understand. If you're able to make it, we will be so stoked. If you're not, don't worry about it. You can always watch the rerun.
Okay. And we are also going to be participating with the Will Reads. If the Will Reads wanted to write the time of their set into the chat, that'd be helpful. I don't have that available for me, but yeah, we're going to be popping in and participating in a group chat with the Will Reads, Recapacidai, I think Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern. So yeah, Woo!
Very
All
cool.
right.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna have a busy weekend. It's gonna be fun.
All right, so when this actually airs, we're going to put some links all over the place. And basically, if you're a part of this community, you know about this because everyone is talking about it. All right, Todd, what song have we been listening to?
We are listening to Learning to Embrace the Chaos.
Learning to Embrace the Chaos.
It looks like a black hole.
That is
Awesome
awesome.
It was one of our newer ones. It's really fun to play that one.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is Dan. You want to say goodbye to our friends?
Yes. Bye, friends. Bye, beautiful people. I'll see you later. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Awesome questions. Thank you.
Awesome questions. You guys
All
make
right.
this much more fun and much more enlightening. You guys are great. Keep it up.
And you're checking us too.
Kaplan talk. All right, so this has been the first time reader chat. I'm going to play an outro. All right. Bye, guys.
Voila.